All right, first barrier for entry. Does the microphone work?
Oh, you got to push the buttons.
Does my other microphone work?
I think so.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
It's oh yeah, Murph, how you doing? Our room is a mess because we were not gonna do this, but then we were just like, you know what? All the stuff's plugged in. I think it works.
Yeah.
So it's
me.
It's
Hi.
It's Ms. Burnsie. It's the cozy kids are asleep stream. How here we are.
Here we are.
I remembered where the go live button is. Yeah, Altorn wants to know how you're feeling.
I'm feeling pretty good. I have some weird phantom. Yeah, it's not as bad as like when people obviously like I didn't have my leg amputated or anything.
Oh, wait, hang on. That still works. Very nice. A little empty inside. Altorn, you son of a. It's Murphicles. Hey, still works. Got him. Still good tear singing from the crew.
But yeah, otherwise, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. I have weird, kind of like amputees do. Sometimes I have weird phantom pains where there is no longer an organ. But
Jesse,
other than that, I'm doing pretty darn good, considering it's what? Well, 2 days from now, it'll be 3 weeks since I had my surgery, right?
Yeah.
3 weeks, so just shy of 3 weeks.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Ms. Burnsie donated a kidney.
I did.
Which is probably a good point to point out that anybody can be a living donor. You're right.
Yep.
That is the thing that you can do.
You don't have to know the person. The person that I donated to was a complete stranger until we met them a decent ways into the process. So
yeah, you
can donate living donor as a kidney or a liver. And fun fact about your liver is that it will grow back after you donate it. Your kidney will not, but your liver will.
They literally just, I think for the liver donation, it's like a partial
they just take a chunk
right?
off. They just take a chunk off and put a chunk in another person, and your chunk that you're missing grows back.
That's the most casual thing I've ever heard about taking a piece of your internal organs, where it's like, we're just going to take a little bit of this buddy.
We're going to take a little buddy and put this little buddy in somebody else.
It's the infinite liver glitch. Nice, Murph. Nice. Jesse, good to see ya. Altorn, good to see ya. Murph, good to see ya. It's like, I was going to hit go live and just see if anybody showed up. So, yeah, it's good to see you guys. It's been a hot second since I've streamed, and there's been some changes to the format. My stream buddy and I might be making this a regular thing, actually. So, but yeah, we literally just got all the stuff to plug in this setup not too long ago. So we're like, well, it all works. Maybe we should hit go live and see what happens. I do a liver, but I'm not sure I do a kidney. That's fair. We can feed the world with livers. I didn't think about that. When Murph pointed out the infinite liver glitch, we'll feed the world. Everybody together.
Exactly.
I missed you, internet friends, as well, Murph. Yeah, it's been a while. I think the last time I pressed go live was probably 6 months ago. Something like that. So Abe Lincoln redeemed first because it's still there. So Altorn said first, but Abe Lincoln redeemed first. Got him. That's how you do it. Very good, Abe Lincoln. I tried it, said it was out of stock. You got here too fast. That's what happened. I'm sorry. That's just you had to wait for the cooldown. You had to wait for the cooldown to clear. I don't miss the COVID part. Neither do I, Jesse. Neither do I. It does feel like maybe, just maybe, we're getting past the COVID times. It's still out there, it's still dangerous, but get vaxxed. Don't be silly. I got my bivalent 2-tier hacked COVID booster shot. I only felt marginally like death. So did Ms. Burnsie.
Yeah, no, I always feel like death after my COVID vaccines. I don't understand. I even had COVID back in June, so I thought this vaccine would be totally fine. Like, it wouldn't be bugged, and it just takes me down. I just don't know. I don't know. But then we have the COVID warrior over here who has gone through the entire pandemic, as well as his entire family, including his children, having COVID, and I'm pretty sure the cat probably had it at one point in time, and he's just like, I don't know, I'm over here, no COVID. I'm superhero, no COVID.
I don't have a lot of superhuman abilities, okay? But one of my superhuman abilities is apparently I am COVID proof. Because both of the boys had it. Yeah, you were down hard.
That was hard.
And I was just counting my time because I was not isolating, right? I was just like, okay, well, I got to take care of everybody. It was fine. So we did it in June. We got it out of the way, and to our knowledge, that's the only time. Yeah, get your flu shot. This flu season is supposed to be bad. Isn't that the rumor through the rumor mill? This flu season going to be bad?
Yeah, I read some articles that it's, even if you're vaccinated, it's supposed to still be pretty bad, especially if you have small children, which would be us.
These people.
Those people with small children, particularly one tiny ninja who decides that he is going to infect the world with whatever he can. So
it's his superpower.
It's his delicious superpower. So you are correct.
When the kid brings home whatever day. Yeah. You are you saying that Altorn, because you have a small child, you get down with the sickness? We have our littlest, our little guy, is in both school and daycare. So he goes to school in the morning and he goes to daycare in the afternoon. We get all the germs. It's just like we get carpet bombed with the germs.
And I will say too, Altorn mentioned about whatever daycare sickness, he gets like 200%, but my wife doesn't get it. I think I've seen that too. Like Jason will get like the colds and stuff like that, or the flu. Yeah. COVID is the last, I got sick. And that's probably the first time I've been sick in years. I honestly think it has to do with the fact that the antibodies remain in my body from all of my children, even though they are old now. I think that there's something, I don't have any science to back that up. I'm not pulling out here is my research paper for you. That I get the vibe, I think.
No, that's what we've been doing when we weren't streaming. We've been doing a lot of our own research. I hear that's what you do these days. You go on the internet.
You go on the internet.
Dr. Google.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You just go, look at this bippity boppity researching. This is just as good as science. Oh my god. Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Psycho gets sick often from work, but I seem to dodge it. Yeah. It's so weird how it's inconsistent. I don't get it. I get the flu enough. Goddamn kids. Yeah, you work with kids. That's just how it works. Facebook University. 100%. I admit I get the husband cold hard though. Turn into a bitch when I get the sniffles. I don't ever do that.
Oh.
I don't ever do that. I don't know what you're talking about.
I am trying to be more kind and more compassionate when msburnsie gets sick. But there are still moments where I am just like, suck it up, Buttercup. We gotta do some shit. I don't care. I
got a cold. I can't get out of bed. I got a cold.
I'm like, you have a cold. Get out of bed. We need you. We're all dying out here. We need you.
I got a cold.
Don't make me deal with the tiny ninja on my own.
I can't get out of bed. I got a cold. So I was going to... We're stalling for time a little bit. I've got 2 minutes, 52 seconds left on my download. I actually could have just launched it because I didn't have the Master Chief Collection installed on this Xbox. But it was going to go into Halo Combat Evolved just fine. But I'm like, no, I'll let it finish downloading because there's literally 2.5 minutes left. So T-minus 2.5 minutes to Halo.
Do you want to tell them why you chose Halo?
I do. Halo, baby. I mean, just because, for starters, no, Murph, not a speed run. Maybe someday, but no. So, msburnsie, you should see Murph do some speed runs on Halo. It's been a minute. But he was clocking some tricks. He was doing the stuff. He's one of the fastest Halo players, right? If the list is long enough. But no, we're doing Halo Combat Evolved because our oldest kiddo is really, really into Halo. Really into Halo. And so...
And y'all, he talks to me about it.
Yeah.
And I have to do the mom, smile and nod and be like, that's amazing. Wow, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I bet that's a really cool feature. That sounds, wow, you got a new weapon and you got a new character. Wow, that's great.
You don't get a new character though.
Whatever. Exactly. See? So the problem is he's now 9 and he's catching on to my shenanigans that I'm not it's not that I'm not excited. It's just I don't really know what he's talking about. And then he eye rolls at me and gives me the, oh, whatever, mom.
Whatever, mom.
So I feel as though it is now time for me to be educated on this particular game.
What I'm waiting for is, mom to drop at the dinner table, like just something like, do you think somehow Captain Keyes is still alive, Garrison, after the first Halo incident, and just have him go, what? Our kids are, I don't think that's too much information. We won't dox names and anything, but our oldest are 9 and 5. So our oldest, the 9-year-old, is the one who plays the Halos. But ma'am, look what I made it, Minecraft. There's so much Minecraft chatter as well.
Yes, there's just so much game chatter in my life that, I can't keep up. So I'm hopeful that the streaming some of these things will help me find the joy that you all find in these games, because I am not a gamer by nature. I obviously just didn't grow up with them.
That's your first hip hop album name, by the way, Gamer by Nature.
Gamer by Nature.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand and enjoy the art form as an art form, but not necessarily understand it or enjoy it as a form of relaxation or a way to spend my time. So I'm hopeful that this streaming like this will bring me into the space in a way that I am not normally in the space.
Altorn is saying you got to give the good and the bad, which means we got to show the frustration of Sea of Thieves. I don't know if I can do that. Oh, there are times though where the sea calls to me, but oh my gosh, 24/7 Minecraft or Roblox with 80 different kids. I don't know if I could, Jesse.
Dear Jesse, I will send you all of the fruit baskets, and I will send you whatever you enjoy most in the universe, because blessings upon you. I would lose my GD mind. I just would nope out of that. Nope.
This does bring up a really good point. Would it lead to divorce? Maybe. There's a lot of things that happen on the Sea of Thieves. It's not Sea of Friends. Doesn't help that I teach coding through video game development, but I digress. Oh.
So I will also share this fun fact about me is I did attempt to play Sea of Thieves one time. Do you remember when I attempted to play Sea of Thieves?
You got so sick.
I got seasick.
You got
from
the most
playing
sick.
Sea of Thieves. I cannot do it. There is something about the interface and the way that the movement is. I had to bounce out. I physically had to leave the room, because then even when I was done playing, watching them play it, I'm better now, but watching them play it right after that, I nearly puked my guts out.
So are you seeing this, Murph's bringing up the, let's organize another Halo night so Ms. Burnsie can experience the terror of Flex. Our friend Flex is inhumanly good at any game that involves shoots.
Okay.
Like any game. And it's not even close. It's like the one time when you have like the kids gathered at a soccer game, and then you have like an MLS soccer player, and they unleash that soccer player on the children, right? It's ridiculous. It's like all of us are having a good time, and then all of a sudden he just shows up and just annihilates us because he's better, stronger, faster. He's literally John Halo, and all the rest of us are just like grunts or Marines, right? Yeah, I almost puked from anger the last time we all played. You did get Flex. I do remember that. I do have nightmares about how he was ramming the Banshee at our flag carrier that night. Because he got mad. And that's what's scary, is he got killed, and then he got mad, and then he showed us his true power. And that was terrifying. He's the $1 million man. Exactly. Okay, so I got to ask you, everything on our end is sounding okay and looking okay. Feedback welcome 100% whenever we have a new stream set up. So the camera angle, we're still working. Balance is good. Okay. This is my new microphone, by the way. This is my new mic. I'm very excited about it. Ms. Burnsie inherited my old mic. So
I did. Apparently I'm not good enough for the new mic.
No,
But
what
can I? Okay, I have to tell you this because this is really important because
Yes.
you all have to understand what kind of heart Jason Burns has.
Oh.
Long story short, the reason he has the microphone is because our neighbor that lives immediately next door to us lost her husband of a massive heart attack 2 years ago. And we moved to this house a year ago, and we finally kind of connected with her a few months ago. And she came over and she said, hey, I need some help. I need to track down somebody who works in audio. My husband was really big into audio.
comes the divorce.
I haven't heard his voice in nearly 2 years, but he has all of these files saved. And the universe works in mysterious ways. And Jason was like, well, that's my job. I can help. And so he was able to record, as she says, my David's voice and get it back for her.
Yeah.
And so she wanted him to come over and look at some of his equipment and see what he had. And she just said thank you and gave it to him as a thank you gift because he was generous enough to get my David's voice back for her.
Yeah, it was real. Like, it was one of those where it's very rare where you're in a situation where you see somebody who's like heartbroken. And then what they need is literally exactly in your wheelhouse. And it was one of those moments where, she knew where I worked. And so then she asked, she's like, well, do you have anybody who can, help with this? And I was like, yeah, I know me. Like, I'll be there tomorrow. And so I got over there pretty quick, and I was able to. The nice thing about it, of the files that he had saved, was you can tell he was a audio guy, because he had stereo separated his tracks and stuff. And so I found him, and he was doing some instrumentation, and he was doing some singing over the top of it, but I was able to isolate the vocals pretty easily and get those for her. So yeah, I'm still in the process of going through some of the audio, but I was really glad to get that back for her, because that was very cool. So she told me, she's like, well, if you want to take this, you can have it. And I was like, are you sure? Because this is a very nice microphone. And she was like, yeah, I want you to have it. So I was like, okay. So that is how I have this microphone. Which, the real reason that I gave you the one that you have is that this one is a little bassier, and I'm very vain, so I like to have a little extra.
It's fine.
I like to have a little extra bass in my voice. Let's play some Combat Evolved, right? Let's do that. Let's play some video games. I had a buddy who found his wife's late father's song recordings from decades ago. He managed to restore the audio, kind of remaster them. And then as a musician, he sang a little duet with her late father that he never met. Oh, wow. I think she cried for like weeks. That's
super cool.
That's incredible. Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, it's I can imagine just bawling because of that, right? That's stuff like that is so meaningful. Like if you can do that and just reconnect with somebody, you don't really think about particularly people in your life who, you hear every day. Like, voice is one of those intangibles that we don't really think about a lot. And then suddenly when it's not there, if you don't have it, that's rough. Pretty sure if I died, Psycho would just pull all the awful takes I've ever recorded off my hard drive and laugh at me. That's true love, man. That's true love. That's how I know you kids are all right. Music is exactly. Very, very powerful. All right.
Yep.
So what's your working knowledge of Halo?
Master Chief.
That's all you got to know.
That I understand that one of Master Chief. That is my working knowledge of Halo.
Okay.
And I think there's a few, like, I understand things like grunts.
Grunts. Yeah.
And there are some type. I think if you had said the name of the weapon, I would be able to like pull it. But isn't there like? Our oldest has said it before, and I can't think of it.
Sorry, I'm just putting a little extra music under this for ambiance as you describe the Halo
the
universe.
You're the worst. Why are you know my knowledge? You're the worst.
No, I love. This is great. This is great.
So that's what I mean. That's about. Also, though, apparently, I do know that Halo, that the Master Chief has quite the sexy butt cheeks. That is also information that I have become privy to.
Excuse me. That is not canon. Okay, that's part of the TV show. We saw Master Cheeks on TV only. That's not it. That's not in the game. That's what I know, and I'm here for any character that has sexy butt cheeks. So
That's what I know. And so I'm here to learn. I'm here to, be imparted with wisdom and knowledge about the Halo universe. I'm sure it's an atrocity considering you've played these games 40,000 times and my brother-in-law built most of some of the games, a lot of them. So
I don't know if you know this, but her brother-in-law is Bungie. Okay.
He is not. He's not. But I feel like I should be more connected to them, and I'm not.
Well, now you're gonna be. So here we go. We're not gonna stream super late tonight because we gotta, we got a bedtime. We're old people. Hey, Paul's here. Hey, Paul. Switch to the PC so there's less delay. Oh, did you see Altorn's comment about didn't Amazon say they were working on a thing that had an AI generate dead relatives into Alexa? That's horrifying.
Yeah, they were. Oh, you're right. I remember that now that you say that. Yeah, and you could set the Alexa voice to be like their voice or something and telling you like your grocery list. And I'm like, it's one thing to have
a cat. Yeah.
Yeah, we do. This is Jane. She's 15 years old. She will be joining us every time because if she doesn't, she'll just meow at the door and disrupt everything.
She will. Yeah.
She's just part of it.
It's true.
But she's really quiet when she's cuddling, so she shouldn't bother us too much.
Arasaka Relic now available on Amazon. Hell yeah, Murph. You've just cemented the fact that we should do a Cyberpunk stream. 100%. Oh my god, Cyberpunk makes me feel feelings. We have to stream that together. Babe.
God,
that would be so fun. Oh god, we gotta do that after John Halo. Okay, so yeah. Also, hey Paul, how's it going?
Hi Paul.
Everybody say hi to Paul. Okay, we're gonna start playing some Vidge games here, because we gotta do that. That's not Master Chief's butt cheeks. That's Mad Sweeney's butt cheeks. Wait, legendary difficulty? No. Don't
you want to impress me, babe? Don't you want to impress me with your skills?
Let me tell you.
With your sweet skills?
Let me tell you. Me playing legendary solo Rusty, a lasso run? No, Paul. No. Would be the opposite of impressive. If you continue, you'll lose any save progress. Yes, that's fine. Okay, here we go. Has anybody here done a lasso run of any of the games or all of the Halo games? Lasso, by the way, is a legendary, but you have all the skulls on. Oh, okay, story time. Hang on, we gotta get story. Remember, msburnsie doesn't know anything about the plot of these games, so we all gotta pay attention. Everybody pay attention. That's important. That's a Halcyon class cruiser.
Oh my god.
The Pillar of Autumn.
I don't.
It can take on Covenant
Let
cruisers.
me just hear the story. I'll deal with the ships later.
Yeah, that is me, Jesse.
Cortana, all I need to know is did we lose them?
I think we both know the answer to that.
I think we both know.
Well, that's right, Cortana. I did know about Cortana. She's the AI lady.
Yeah. Unless you're watching the TV show,
We
then it's
made a
Cortina.
blind jump. How did they?
Get here first? The Covenant ships have always been faster. As for tracking us all the way from Reach, at light speed my maneuvering options were limited.
We were running dark, yes?
Until we decelerated, no
I don't
one
think I have it
missed
turned
the
on
fully
right
torn
now, Jesse.
subspace.
I could maybe do it, though. That's a good point. I should tinker, see
They
if
were
I can do
waiting
it.
for us on the far side of the planet.
So, where do we stand?
So now
Our
the
fighters
Covenant
are mopping
are
up the last
important.
of the recon picket now, nothing serious. But I've isolated approach
Equalize.
signatures for multiple CCS-class battle groups. Make it 3 capital ships per group. And in about 90 seconds, they'll be all over us.
No, God,
Well,
not
that's
only
it
for
then.
me.
Bring the ship back up to Combat Alert Alpha. I want everyone at their stations.
Everyone, sir?
Everyone. And Cortana,
Hmm?
let's give our old friends a warm welcome.
I've already begun.
Okay, feedback on Cortana already. Do you remember the episode of she looks like one of Riker's harp ladies.
Oh, I don't know if I made that connection. That's like
She looks positively like one of his harp ladies.
Yeah, that's a TNG episode where he's got the holographic harp ladies.
Yeah.
100%.
Where he eyeballs them.
100%. The guy running in slow-mo not making a sound gets me. It's pretty great. Plot: Mr. John Halo and Alexa. I like Alexa as Cortana, by the way. have to go to space circles and
Murph
fight.
is having some issues with not being on the original graphics. What does that mean? Are we not watching the legit thing?
We are. This is the spicy, dressed up super graphics. Should we go back to the original? I would have to change it after the cutscene. I'll show you what it looks like. Yeah, oh. Okay, this is Sergeant Johnson. He's big angry boy.
Damn right I am. Now move it out. Double time.
I'll do a reveal, and I'll put a piece of context with that reveal that will make me and Ms. Burnsie feel very old.
Who wanted to see Covenant up close. This is gonna be your lucky day.
So are Covenant the bad people then? The
Covenant
bad
are
guys?
the bad guys.
Okay.
Yes. And the problem is the Covenant are very strong.
So what is the name of these people then? Like it's the Covenant versus
the UNSC, which is
it's right there on their uniforms. I could
this
have
is
read that.
the United Nations Space Command.
Oh dear Lord.
He's hot. Blowing the pins in 5.
And is this their super secret weapon? Is he supposedly?
Their super secret weapon is John Halo.
Oh, for Christ's sake! Look at he looks like he steps out. He looks like he's shitting his pants. Why is he standing weird like
he
that?
is wearing a diaper. He is okay. So this is important. That's Mr. John Halo. Sorry, I forgot the. So this game. What do you think about how this game looks? Right? He did.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is fine.
Okay.
This looks fine. Yeah, this
Okay.
looks like. I mean, yeah. I mean, this
Looks like kind of a quasi-modern.
Yeah,
game,
it looks
you
like
know,
somebody
right?
tried. Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to see what it looks like the year that it came out?
Which was
is
what?
When we met.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
That is how old this game is. You ready?
Oh my God.
You ready to go back in time?
And for all of those of you who are wondering, we met in 2001. When
You
we
ready?
were but wee babes.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Oh dear God, no.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, we cannot live in this universe.
Dun, dun, dun,
I
dun.
refuse to go back to that
Dun, dun,
time.
dun, dun. It's 2001. Dun, 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 dun. Huh? We gotta play it on the original graphics.
No, this is boring. There's
No.
nothing cool to look at.
This is a launch title for the Xbox, Microsoft's most powerful console of 2001.
Murph, don't even try to go the art
But the
design
art
my
design.
ass. I mean, I get it, but I don't.
The aesthetic. Yeah. You guys get it? But am I supposed to be doing stuff?
Of course,
no.
he always says, "Do you remember when we met?" He always prefaces
you
like that,
remember?
as though I wouldn't remember that moment.
Do you remember when?
It's very
Remember?
sweet though. He always
Do you
says that. Do you remember
remember?
when we met? I'm like,
When
no,
I-
I don't. Tell me about it.
Oh, I skipped. Did I just skip the tutorial? I'm pretty sure I skipped the tutorial.
Y'all,
right?
our cat weighs like 50 pounds,
did.
and when she sits on you, good night, Irene. Okay, sorry.
Okay, here
I
we
had
go.
to
Look,
adjust
look,
myself.
look. See?
Oh, okay,
New,
ready? What's happening?
old. New?
No,
Old. We gotta play it on the old ones.
Well, you're the expert. I'll default. Whatever.
Okay, hang on. You see Murph here? Murph has perfectly articulated the new graphics disrespect the original intent. See? That's a very well constructed argument, and that will get you everywhere. Old does have better lighting. This is more atmospheric, right? This is just washed out generic garbaggio. Huh?
Okay. I mean.
Okay. Well, we'll keep toggling back and forth.
Oh no, no. Choose one or the other. Commit to one or the other.
Okay, we're gonna go original graphics.
Okay,
I don't think
fine.
I've played through on the original graphics in forever. Actually, we'll let Ms. Burnsie pick. New graphics.
No, I'm not. No,
Old
no.
graphics.
I'm too new to this. I'm not allowed. I'm not getting into this whole debate yet. I don't have enough information.
Okay.
Your cat is chewing on all of the microphone cords.
Oh, she is. Look at this, guys. Do you see?
Oh,
see?
she quit now.
Oh.
She's done now. Nope, she's
Ray
back.
traced the original graphics. You cowards! Sure seems like someone should make a poll. Oh, Murph has the ability to do that, and Ms. Burnsie has the ability
Oh,
to
Lord,
do that.
y'all.
She hasn't typed in chat yet.
I
but
haven't-
She's
this-
here,
this
and
is-
she's a mod.
This interface
Poll,
is beyond
poll,
overwhelming
poll,
for me.
Poll. We're not saying Paul. We're saying poll.
I don't know how. Y'all, I don't know how to
Murph,
do that
do you know
yet.
how to make a poll? How the fuck do I do that? The answer to that question is no.
So what's happening here? What are we doing?
Red alert.
What's happening in the game?
Red alert. The Covenant are attacking everyone to battle stations. That's what's happening. So, okay.
How did the Covenant, did the UNSC fly to the Covenant to fight them, or did they just randomly show up?
This is actually a very good question. Okay, so what happened was the ship that we are on just fled the planet Reach, which is one of the most important installations for the UNSC, and they just annihilated it, right? And so
they annihilated
the planet of Reach, essentially.
Okay.
They literally glassed it, which means they hit it with such heavy weapons that they turned the surface of the planet to glass.
That seems like magic, but okay.
It's space magic.
Space
it's the
magic.
best kind of magic. Come on, didn't we read the novels?
Murph, I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for judgment. I'm here to learn. I'm here for learning. And to impress my 9-year-old, okay? So that's my goal.
So what happened was John Halo, the most important asset in the war against the Covenant, was snuck off of Reach on this ship with Cortana.
Okay.
And now...
Wait, stop. Is Cortana built into John Halo as like part of his suit?
Yeah. So they get real fucky with that. Like in this game, it doesn't really seem like it. In this game, it seems like she is the shipborne AI and she just goes with John Halo. Later, they kind of retcon that a little bit to be like Cortana and the Chief were meant to function as one. But in this one, Cortana will be with Master Chief the entire game, basically.
Okay.
She's not with us now, but we're about to pick her up. The important thing about
she's his support person.
She's his support person, yes.
Okay.
And she also has the knowledge to where Earth is, which is why she is with Master Chief, because they don't want the Covenant to get their hands on the location of Earth.
Why? Okay, but why wouldn't they? Wouldn't they know where Earth? Like, so is Earth?
They don't.
Oh, okay.
They don't know where Earth is because the UNSC has so far managed to keep that a secret from the Covenant.
Okay.
Because the Covenant will kind of just stomp everybody if they find out where Earth is. We're here. We made it to the bridge. It's time for a cutscene.
Oh, hey, Chief.
Look at what we look like in old graphics.
Good to see you, Master Chief.
Yeah,
things aren't going well. Cortana did her best, but we never really had a chance.
A dozen Covenant superior battleships against a single Halcyon-class cruiser. With those odds, I'm content with 3, make that 4 kills. Sleep well?
We're all
no
just...
thanks to your driving, yes.
Oh, good, the
so
lips.
You did miss me.
Hold keys is better. I would agree.
Report!
It must have been one of their boarding parties. I'd guess an antimatter charge.
Ma'am, fire control for the main cannon is offline.
Oh, Jesus,
Captain,
not
the cannon was my last offensive option.
That's it? That was your last defensive option?
I'm initiating Cold Protocol Article 2. We're abandoning the auto. That
Yes,
means
it
you
did,
too, Cortana.
Jesse.
While you do what? Go down with the ship?
In a manner of speaking. The object we found,
Is
I'm
he?
gonna try and land
That's
the
a
auto.
pipe.
He's got a pipe.
When did that appear?
This
That
war
just
has
was like
enough
magic.
dead
Like he
heroes.
didn't have it before, did he?
I think that showed up with the
appreciate
old
your
graphics.
concern, Cortana, but
Oh.
it's not up to me. The protocol is clear. Destruction or capture of a shipboard AI is absolutely unacceptable.
It also
That means
has a little
elimination.
reclaimer symbol on it, which I never noticed
Lock in
before.
a selection of emergency landing zones, upload them to
Oh,
my
his suit
neural
does
lace,
too. What?
and then sort yourself for a heart transfer.
Aye, aye, sir.
Which is where you come in, Chief. Get Cortana off this ship.
Yep.
Keep her safe from the enemy. If they capture her, they'll learn everything. Force deployment, weapons research, Earth.
I understand.
They'll see
The
it.
Autumn will continue evasive maneuvers until you initiate a landing sequence. Not that you'll listen, but I'd suggest letting my subroutines handle the final approach.
Excellent work, Cortana. Thank you. Are you ready?
Are we ready?
As I'll ever be.
Yank me.
Okay. Yank me.
Did she? What? What? No. Why?
Yeah, that's what everybody thinks.
Good luck, Master Chief.
There are so many other phrases that unplug me, turn me off,
Your
take
architecture
me
isn't
out
much
of
different
my
from the others.
thing, take me
Don't
with
get any
you.
funny ideas.
All of them. I don't know if I want our 9-year-old playing this game anymore.
Altorn just said, "Yank me and put me inside you, John Halo."
Stop. Stop it.
Okay. Okay, we gotta play a video game now. We might actually get to shoot something in this shooting game now.
I was going to say, aren't we supposed to be shooting things? I'm feeling very
Okay.
underwhelmed in the amount of shooting that's occurred so far.
Okay. Bonk. 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 So this is the Magnum. The Magnum is the greatest weapon in video game history.
What you do best?
Even though it's just a pistol. Oh, I just killed a Marine. I killed him.
What happens if you kill your own people? Do you
I
just,
get
did
yelled
they just
at.
yelled at you? Oh, okay. I didn't know if there was like another penalty.
Nope. And sometimes, as Murph knows, sometimes you kill your own people to go faster. It is a very common speedrunning tactic to kill the Marines. So what we're doing now is we got to get. Yeah, we're already killing Marines. We got to get Cortana off the ship. That's basically our only thing at this point, because at some point the ship is going to be completely overwhelmed by...
Is Cortana like the little message that R2-D2 carried that was like the Death Star plans? Is she like the equivalent of like the Death Star
She
plans?
is 100% a MacGuffin in this
I
game.
don't
Yes.
really feel... Do you think that they knew that they were doing that when they created her? Like, was that metaphor supposed to be there? Or did they just just subconsciously do that and then not acknowledge it?
They pulled from a lot of stuff, so it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, a lot of influences. Like, basically, Halo is like mostly aliens mixed
Right.
with, some Star Wars mixed with, all kinds of stuff. So it's literally, this is 2001. Video games were pulling pop culture references from everywhere. They were just like, it's a space game, so we gotta put space stuff in it. I just whiffed on that guy, by the way. I whiffed again. I'm very good at video games. So this is the assault rifle. It just fires a whole bunch of bullets. Not really all that effective on this difficulty, but it's what we have.
What the hell? Did
So,
something just hit us?
if you remember what the weapons names are, by the way, you'll get huge cool points with our oldest kiddo.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
what's this
saying.
one called?
This one's called the assault rifle.
Okay, I've heard him talk about that. The
Yeah.
assault rifle. Okay.
He will sometimes. I don't know if he's picked up calling it an AR.
He has. I've heard him reference it.
Okay, so if he says AR,
It's
that's
the
what
same thing?
Yep.
Oh, why do they have to have multiple? It's hard enough to remember one name. Why do they have to have
Because
multiple
it's
names?
cooler to not say the whole thing. You sound like a real John Halo if you call it an AR.
Oh, I guess. You're right. It's an acronym rather than a different name.
It's military lingo.
Okay, you guys gotta go away. Did I get him? I think I got him. I got him.
They're
The
using
most
our airbox
Halo-iest.
to attach their boarding craft. We go out and they come in. Clever bastards.
Clever bastards. They're using a function of a ship to get on our ship. Those clever bastards. Nobody would have thought to go in the hole that just got blown in the ship by our stupid little lifeboat. Those clever bastards. So this level is also basically just a tutorial, right? You got to go back to 2001. In 2001, the thing that this game was doing was incredibly novel, which is, it was a shoot game meant to be played with a controller, which was a revolutionary at the time.
Also, people weren't used to the whole D-pad situation. And
yeah, the
buttons.
literally the modern control scheme for how to like play a shooting game on a controller was made by this
Did
game.
you have an Xbox in 2001, or did you just have your PlayStation 3 in 2001?
I had a PS2.
You had a PS2. Okay, I don't know. I thought 3.
Yeah, I had a PS2, and then what was the other console that I had then? Because you gifted it to me, remember?
What?
Remember? You gifted me the other console that I had.
Oh, your GameCube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was definitely team PlayStation 2 GameCube, and I always wanted an Xbox, but I couldn't afford one because I was a poor college student.
I mean, yeah.
So we had friends. I won't dox any of them either, but your speech coach professor friend, her partner had an Xbox, and I went over to their house sometimes to play it.
Oh yeah, that's right, you did.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, GoldenEye and Perfect Dark were before this, Paul, but I would say that the idea of the modern twin stick layout, like the twin stick shooter, is what made this special. And actually, I don't know if you guys know this, like everybody, but because this was a Microsoft product, Bungie had access to like Microsoft's input design labs and stuff. So literally the reason why the game feels as good as it feels is because they put it to the test. They literally had people use all their different control setups, and then they like, how does this feel? How does this feel? Because like the other thing that this game does, which is, did I go this way? I'm already lost. What am I doing?
I thought you've played this game before.
I've played this game before, but I'm also like, I get lost all the goddamn time. Oh, there we go. Okay. I just got distracted by dead people. I thought I had killed them, but they were just dead. The other thing that this game is doing that you don't realize it's doing is that when you aim at certain bad guys and stuff, there's a little bit of like magnetism where it like pulls your reticle over it. So it's like you're not 100% pointed towards that bad guy, but it will sort of help you a little bit. And that's because the controller is just not as precise as a mouse and keyboard, which is what most people used for shooting up until this game. So there you go. That's more than you ever wanted to know about how twin stick shooting works.
What year were we sophomores when I bought you the GameCube? Or was I a sophomore? Were you a sophomore? Do you remember?
You would have got me the GameCube in like 2002.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that marked when Jason knew that I was going to be with him forever.
That's a serious gift. You don't get somebody a GameCube if you don't like them a whole lot.
I know. I had to save up all my pennies for that.
Yeah. I was, and what's funny is that like that GameCube, obviously like I got a lot of use out of it, but I think arguably my roommates got as much or more use out of it because Mario Kart Double Dash. Like, just so much Double Dash was played on that GameCube. We used to play Mario Kart Double Dash every night before we went to the cafeteria. And you very patiently waited.
Every time I would walk over to his dorm room, and I didn't even knock on the door anymore. I would just walk in, and I would just stand there and wait, and they would all be like, we're going to play, we got to do one more. And I'm like, no, we have to go eat now. And they're like, no, one more. And I would finally, woe time.
One more.
And one more. And I was like, let's go to the cafeteria. I'm starving. Woe time. And then, of course, nobody knew where their keys were, and nobody knew where anything else was. I was like, let's just go. And it was like this whole thing every night. It was like Groundhog Day. But it brought them great joy, and that's all that mattered.
That sounds like Elden Ring. Oh, yeah, Paul, sometimes people do make you play Star Wars Jedi Outcast 2 with a controller when it was designed for mouse and keyboard. I still think they put no aim assist in that, by the way. I played that Switch port, and it's awful. It's very bad. I love Jedi Outcast. It's one of my favorite games, but do not play the Switch port. It's very bad. It's the anti-fun. The anti-fun. Also, we have no health. I don't know if you saw this, but we're about to die. We haven't died yet, right? I don't think we've died.
No, I don't think so.
Have we not died? Already her attention has started to drift. You hear the clack of the keyboard? What you doing over there?
I'm just typing in chat. I'm trying to do what you asked me to do. I'm doing my bestest here to be a good participant.
In the chat? Look at that.
In the chat.
That's awesome. You can also, absolutely. Chat. Talk to chat. That's the best part is now that there's two of us, you can talk to chat probably better than I can because sometimes I'm too focused on playing the Halo that I don't even see stuff.
Well, I know. I'm trying to read it, but it's hard. I'm also supposed to be learning this game. I'm feeling...
There's a lot of stimuli. Welcome to streaming. There's so much going on.
Look, I just subscribed.
Thank you.
What?
Apparently.
Paul plays some games. Thank you for the gift sub to
I thought I
My
subbed
wife!
I thought I subbed to your channel. Didn't we set that all up?
No, you followed, but you haven't subbed. Subbed is
Oh.
the cash money part of it.
Oh, well, I'm not paying you.
No, you shouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't either. You already have to put up with enough.
There's enough shenanigans I have to deal with.
Paul, thank you for the gifted sub to Ms. Burnsie. But now you can use his face emotes.
Oh, you're
yeah.
gonna have to teach me how to do that. This is a whole new
I don't
world,
know-
y'all.
I
I'm
don't
not
know if-
very.
yeah,
this
chat, can you-
interface, I swear to God, is like there are so many boxes and there's so
There's
much
a lot of
stimuli that
boxes.
I'm like, wow, okay. I was not prepared. I was ill prepared. Jason just handed me the computer and was like, "Here, you can do chat," and I'm like, ah.
It is true that like we went off pretty half-cocked on this stream. Like,
Yeah,
it was just...
there was no planning, y'all.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah, there you go. So Paul's giving you instrucciones right there.
Oh. In the message box on the right, there's a smiley face.
Yep.
In the message box on the... Oh, in the message box.
Mm-hmm.
There's a smiley face. Oh, I see.
Paul has rightly calculated that if he shows you where the emotes are, you may start spamming goofy emotes like Paul just did.
Okay, so how do I... Got it. So how do I get them to actually... Oh, there they go. See? I said, hey.
Oh, yeah.
There they
Yeah.
are. Look at that.
So if you go to the emotes that are specific to the channel, you'll find all the emotes.
Yeah.
I made some of them. All the ones that are good, our good friend Pseudonick made.
Yeah. Okay. I figured it out.
That's
Thank
the
you
one
for
I
your
made.
assistance.
That's the bad one. That's the bad one I made. The guys, please. That's the first emote I literally made. I made it in MS Paint. It's very bad.
You didn't even make it in like... You have access to like InDesign and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. No, I didn't think I would ever be in a situation where I'd have any more than one emote. So I was like, I don't have to pay attention to this. And then I met a bunch of cool people, and then I got more emote slots.
The life pods are launching. We should hurry. The Covenant are destroying the life pods.
I made that emote with Snapchat. Wait, for real? This is the
Warning,
run.
blast doors closing.
This is the run. Oh my god, it's the good at Halo emote. Oh, Murph's emotes. So you see those? Those are Murph's emotes.
Yeah. Oh, he can use the ones he's created for his channel in your channel.
It's a whole, like, half of Twitch culture.
Hold on. My
all,
microphone might get disconnected by a fat cat. Okay, there we go. We're
she's
good.
trying.
She's trying real hard, y'all. She's a try
She's
hard.
really trying. Wait, what is that emote?
What's it say?
This emote intentionally left blank. That cat's so fat. She's got a lot of junk in the trunk.
Listen, we got compliments from our vet because her whole life she's been called fat. And now that she's a senior cat, she's being praised for being as chonky as she is because most senior cats have difficulty keeping weight on.
Yeah, they're very happy about it. They're like, what a good kitty for being a chubby little
Being a
buddy.
chubby little buddy.
Yeah, so we're like,
So.
she's happy. She's 15. She's earned it. At this point, she can just be chubby. She's a chubby little buddy. I'm going to let my shield recharge. This is a central thing about Halo. So you see that beeping? That beep, 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 beep. And then now my shields are back. You know, if I were better at throwing my grenades, I wouldn't be in so much trouble. This is why we're not playing on Legendary.
Also, we can play a fun game with our cat.
Yeah.
Her name is Jane. Let's see if anybody knows the reference as to where we got her name from.
Do we get to spell it, or do you just have to guess without the spelling?
I will spell it. It's probably only fair to spell it, isn't it?
Oh, God.
Or is it too easy if we spell it?
Let's see if anybody gets it without spelling.
All
And
right.
then we'll go
If
from
anybody gets it without spelling it, they get. What do they get? Do they get something cool?
there. Captain Janeway is a good guess, but that's not correct. There it is. The hero of Canton, the man they call Jane. Yes. Jane Cobb. Firefly.
Because Jane ain't no girl.
Our cat, who is... yeah, and that was the other part of the joke, because Jane is a girl, but she ain't no girl. Our other cat, who is no longer with us,
Yeah.
she went to the great Beyond the Rainbow Bridge. She's a very good kitty, and we miss her very much.
She was 17. She lived a good long life.
Yeah. She was named after Kara Thrace.
Yes.
Yeah, back when, can you believe that Joss Whedon like is a jerk?
You know what's crazy is there are
It's
so
awful.
many things in our life that, or my life, I'll speak my life, that I love, like, and then people just went on the crazy train. Like, obviously I grew up in the Harry Potter generation, and Harry Potter is a big part of like I'm not like a person who goes around and like, what's your house? But I enjoy Harry Potter. And then J.K. Rowling was like, got on the crazy train.
I just love your description of people who are really into Harry Potter. Where it's just
Well,
like,
yeah,
what's
like,
your house?
what's your house? And all that crazy stuff, and like wearing all my garb. And then J.K. Rowling decided to get on the bigotry train and just ruin it all,
Yeah.
and shatter it. Joss Whedon had to go be like a D-bag. Like,
Yeah.
all of these things, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Stop. And I want to share some of these things with like our, like Harry Potter. Like, the stories themselves are really engaging, but now I'm like, geez, Louise, I don't know how to do this.
The thing that amazes me the most about J.K. Rowling is, in order to spend the rest of her life being beloved, she literally just had to not, right? She could have just not.
Yeah.
She could have enjoyed her millions of dollars.
Millions. She's a billionaire like
Billions
12
of
times
dollars.
over.
And not been a horrible, bigoted person. But instead, she was like, you know what? And then just spewed hate. And like, why? Why do that?
Which is crazy because she inspired like a generation of young trans people because of the
Yes.
whole idea of like, transfiguration and stuff like that, to like
Yep.
live their best lives, and then to just like throw it back at them and be like, yeah, but not you.
Yeah.
Like, that's not. And I'm like,
Yeah. Which I can only imagine the creator of a thing that helped you find yourself then like coming out and being like, no, that's not what I meant, and you're terrible. And
like,
it's
oops, takesies backsies. No.
Yeah, Jesse's right. Yeah, she does have like a victim complex about it too, which is even weirder because it's like, no, you're not the victim here, but okay, lady. Like, I don't know. Yeah, all celebrities are bastards. That's why I endeavor to be a mediocre streamer so that I'm never a celebrity.
Really? I was hoping
solved.
that I could quit my job and this would just bring all the
That's
cash
why-
in. This would support us for the rest of our
That's
life.
why you're here, babe.
we can
You're
be
gonna
on until
bring
we're
in the money.
85 years old and crotchety,
Yep. Yep.
playing the video games.
Yeah, I'll be honest. The Twitch thing, like, I didn't know what was ever gonna happen. The coolest thing that ever happened was like making legitimate, actual friends. Like, everybody who came out tonight, like, I've missed you guys. Like, I did not anticipate that happening. Where it's like, there's really cool people, and I met them on the Twitch.tv. We all survived this weird pandemic thing together. Oh, Eric Clapton, yeah. Oh God, Eric Clapton. Again, another person.
I don't think I knew that, but I only knew, like,
yeah.
wasn't really, like, into, like, my dad listened to Eric Clapton, but I was a little, like, who I was, I didn't really, like, keep up with him as, like, a person. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, oh, that's Eric Clapton's music. That was about it.
Altorn's doing his part. Thank you. Thanks for the resub. I promise to stream more regularly. That is honestly a thing. This is like this is the pilot project for us, like, doing this. There's a lot of games we want to stream. There's a lot of stuff we want to check out. So, hot take: Clapton hasn't been good in decades, and somehow still coasts on his reputation for when he was like 20. No, that's pretty accurate. That's shockingly accurate, actually. Oh, look, plot things. Okay, so we made it off the ship.
Hooray! Congratulations for
We
your
did
expert
it.
marksmanship.
Wait, Clapton killed his kid? Wait, what? Why did I not know
What
that?
is that thing, Lieutenant?
Hell if I know, but we're landing on it.
You're on him! She's been hit!
I don't think I knew this
The
story.
auto's accelerating. Keys is going in manual.
Keys is driving with a stick shift.
Oh. Which is something that I cannot do, much to Jason's chagrin.
Hands up, everyone.
I offered
This
to
is it.
teach you.
We're entering the ring's atmosphere
Yeah,
in 5.
and I said I would like to stay married to you.
I'm a very patient guy.
I know.
Sure you wouldn't rather
But-
take a seat?
We'll be fine.
Oh, that's what happened? I don't think I knew
If I
that.
still had fingers, they'd be
Did
crossed.
you know that? About Clapton?
I knew that his kid, like, fell out of a window. I didn't realize that he was on drugs when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the window thing, but I didn't know the rest of it. But that's where I was in my life at the time. Like, I just wasn't into, like, like, that kind of thing. Musicians in that way, so.
That is...
We're coming in too
That's
fast.
horrifying. I mean...
Air brake failure.
What is...
Flew too early.
Why does it look like a shark spewing fire?
We're gonna crash. Oh my god. And then we crashed.
Chief? Chief, can you hear me?
I mean, who would believe that the guy who wrote a
Are you
song
alright?
simply called Cocaine did some drugs? Who'd have believed that? Now you get to see Halo. Look, here it is. This is the Halo.
That blip in the sky?
No, see, look. This is the ground.
Oh.
And then the horizon. But see, look, instead
So
of a planet.
where is this at? What planet are we on?
So this isn't a planet. We are on
multiple Covenant
Halo.
Dropships on approach.
Right?
I recommend
So it's
moving
literally a
towards
ring
Harrison.
world.
If we're lucky.
So
So
it's,
they're-
it's
instead
a
of-
planet but not a planet?
Yeah, it's a giant construct that has a habitable biome on it. So this is all built, and then it goes in a big infinite loop, right? So see, it goes up, comes around, comes back down. We're on Halo, a ring world, so to speak. But we can't say that word because copyright. Thanks, Larry Niven.
Question. Oh, so many questions have come to my mind. So what's the point of this space? Like, is it just like a safe space that they've created? Is it where, like, is it like the birthplace of John?
So you're asking all the right questions because in 2001, that's what we all asked.
Oh, we don't know
What
yet.
is this
Oh,
place?
I have to take my own advice when I
Who
share with
would
my children
build
who are
it?
asking me 40 million questions before the movie has a chance to answer them.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
And
You just
as-
tell me that, like, hey,
As Murph
the movie will tell you.
As Murph
Just
points
wait.
out, good news. That is explained in depth in the novels.
Murph, I am not reading these GD novels. Listen, if it's not a true crime, I'm not here for it. If
So
it's not
here's-
about murder and serial killers, I'm probably not going to read it.
New graphics.
Okay, yeah.
Old graphics.
See, okay, the Halo is a little prettier with the new graphics. I mean, I get that it's not,
Yeah.
canon or whatever you want to call it or whatever.
It's not
but-
canon. It's not canon. This was the level that in 2001 it blew the top off of everybody's heads. They're like, "Oh my god, this game is so big." Because, this level is one of the better ones for redesign. Is that just because it's like more true to the original intent? Like there's no weird geometry. Yeah, interior spaces. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I guess that makes sense about interior spaces, though, because we're so much closer to them, and right? Like,
Yeah.
the squares have to look square, whereas outside you can blend things more, and our eyes just accept it, like,
Yeah.
as a rock, versus, oh, the rock has to look a certain way. It's like, oh, of course the rock looks weird, because it's a rock, and it's in nature.
Listen, I think Dwayne Johnson looks just fine, okay? Sorry, that's a dad joke.
Why are you bringing dad jokes to the stream?
You kids remember Dwayne The Rock Johnson? That's a rock joke. Okay, so we're just gonna run away from these guys because they can fly and we can't. So we're just gonna run. These guys over here though, they'll never see us coming. Also, a legitimate huge problem is sometimes the new graphics don't accurately reflect the meshes under Earth. So it appears you can move through a space, but you actually cannot. Yeah. For speedruns, I can imagine that would be. What am I stuck on? Yeah. If you stick to the quote unquote intended developer path, then it's not a problem. But if you start doing some speedrun black magic tomfoolery, then you get into some big issues. Okay, should I play Halo the way it's meant to be played? Let's play Halo the way it's meant to be played. So one of the things that you can do, those big guys, so like the little guys, these are the grunts, these little boys.
Oh, I thought the grunts were big guys. Why are grunts little?
Because grunts are they're the peons.
Oh, I
right?
guess that makes sense
Yeah.
if I really thought about the word for a half a second.
Hey Jesse, thanks for hanging out. Good to talk to you. We'll see ya around. Noob combo, let's go. So these guys are the elites. They have shields just like John Halo. But this weapon, this plasma pistol,
Oh, we have a new weapon. When did we get this?
I just picked it up off the ground.
Oh, off the ground here in the Halo sphere.
Yep, which is another thing that was pretty revolutionary about the time.
You got to pick a new weapon up off the ground.
You could grab alien guns and
You
pick them
know,
up. It's a big deal.
It is, but it also makes me sad that we were alive in 2001 and
when that was a
was
new feature.
the new feature, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm still having a lot of feelings about that right now.
Yeah, we're the olds.
Oh my God, so old. I'm older than you too, so
By a year.
it makes me older by a whole year.
It's true. We put the elder in elder millennial. Or, I don't know, depending upon who you ask, we're like a bunch of different things. Elder millennial seems to be the consensus, I think. If you buy into generational stuff at all, which, you know, kind of a bit of hooey, but who knows. Okay, so what we're going to do is this pistol can one-shot anybody who doesn't have a shield. That guy doesn't have a shield now because I hit him with that charged shot. And then I hit him with a headshot.
So you have to hit him twice? Why don't you just have to hit him once? Why would you have to hit somebody twice?
Because
Isn't
the
your weapon
first
powerful enough?
one, because they got shields. They have personal
Oh,
shields. So the
you said.
first
Oh,
one,
I thought you said that guy didn't have a shield, but you're saying he did have.
he
a
did
shield.
because my first shot took his shield away.
Oh, okay.
That's how you play. That's the noob combo. Right there.
Okay.
I think most of us are pretty much in that same zone. It's true. There's a lot of elder millennial action hanging out here. Generational cohorts are useful for describing broad shared cultural touchstones. Bad for much else. That is very... I think so, Paul. I think you're right. It was very succinctly put. When people... I think that's the problem, is people try to codify too much into generational stuff. Well, that means this. It's like... No, it just means we have collectively more shared experiences. These guys have different kinds of shields that you can
more
shoot
different?
around. Yeah, I'm gonna die. I made a bad choice. I'm not in cover. Don't
Babe,
shoot
you told me you were
me.
good at this game.
I'm good at Halo, I promise, except for when I'm bad. Millennials good, everyone else bad. Got it. Exactly. That's it. That's how you know.
Us millennials
It's
with our
Burns.
avocado toasts.
Their avocado toast. Thank you for the It's Burnsie is bad at video games. I appreciate that redeem. Thank you for using your channel points in that way. Look, see, okay, no shields. Now we hit him in the head. Now he's gone.
But what if you don't hit him in the head? What if you hit him somewhere else?
So then he takes more shots. My first couple of shots did not hit him in the
Oh,
head.
so that's when you get real good, is to get the headshots.
That's how you got to get good. That's how you get good.
Is that what happens when you play with the sweaty kids and you lose? Is that they're better at that than you are?
Yes.
Okay.
They're also faster. They also have better reflexes. They the list goes on in terms of if you play with the sweaty kids.
Listen, you don't disparage yourself and your skills. You've got a set of skills.
I love you too, babe. I love you too.
Speaking of which, now that I'm on the stream, if there's any deep dark secrets you want me to spill about It's Burnsie,
What? What?
I can take them
No.
and see
What?
if there's anything that I can answer for you.
What?
I have known him.
Babe?
Fun fact.
Babe.
Fun fact.
Going off script, babe?
Fun fact. This November, we will have known each other for 21 years.
That's true.
21 years.
Time.
21 years.
That's a long time that
It's a
she's
long
been putting
time.
up with my brand
Particular
of,
brand of
my
nonsense.
particular brand of
So,
nonsense.
Just letting you know.
Yeah. The question. Did Burnsie program a separate kill switch for your mic? Well, let's find out. Did I do that? Is that a thing that I did? Yep, it sure is.
It's the only disadvantage of the setup is that it's all run over there by him, and so I'm at the mercy of my dear beloved spouse, who I will remind him has been known me for 21 years and
true.
loves me dearly.
Oh, that's a good point. Altorn just gave us some perspective. See what he put?
It is. We can finally drink. Oh, that's true. That's a good way to put it. We are officially would get served when we showed our ID. Our relationship would.
Yeah, we've gone beyond driving. We've gone beyond being legally adult and being drafted, and now
Voting.
Our relationship can vote, drink, smoke. Our relationship is a real merkin at this point. Can do all those things. Think I killed an elite. Did I do it? I did it. How many pistol shots
It's
do I
true.
have?
Yeah, cheaper insurance, and we can rent a car. Yeah. Although I would probably rent the car rather than Jason because, you know, as a lady, they would charge me less in terms of insurance. than
That
they
is
would for
true.
a dude. which terrifies me because we do have 2 boys, and so once they get to be able to drive, our car insurance is going to be redonkulous, y'all. We'll have to start a fund to just pay our car insurance.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna put out a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
to try to get our kids insured. Oh my God.
Maybe the 5-year-old who's currently 5, who is a ninja nightmare, maybe we'll just encourage him that walking is the better form. Walking and riding his bike.
Yeah.
The thought of him driving a car is terrifying.
Yeah, anything with any real speed, right? I mean, there are days where I'm even a little scared about the bicycle, to be perfectly honest. But
it's true. Oh, the music is the music is getting intense.
Yeah, because we're getting
sweaty.
We're getting assaulted on 2 different directions.
Oh my goodness.
So this is, the Covenant are making a real big push. But I just naded all those people. Oh no, I have not.
Wait, have you explained bits and TTS to at msburnsie yet? Oh.
Okay, Paul. That's enough. I hate you forever and always. Oh, great. Fantastic.
So that's that. So Paul just gave us 100 bits, which is Twitch currency. And text to speech, you can make it say fun things. There you go. Welcome to Twitch. You're getting a real welcome tour tonight.
Yeah, I feel like it.
I
feel like we should have been more prepared for our welcome tour.
We literally just... Yeah, the Bezos bucks. We literally just were like, well, all this seems to work. Should we just hit go live? Let's just hit go live, see what happens. Why not?
But I will say, that's kind of how we live our life anyway. I mean, most of our major purchases have been decided by rock, paper, scissors in some way, shape, or form.
That's a very true story. That's way more purchases than I think is responsible. But it works.
It's worked out. It's cool. Yeah. It's good.
Wait, what did Murph say about a kid on a bike?
He said, I saw a kid on a bike absolutely tearing it down the hill the other day, inches from the road, with a distinctly terrified father chasing on foot. It's not wrong. Y'all.
That is the dad experience right there. Oh, check this out. This is important. Look at this, babe. This is really cool.
The lifeboats?
Look at that. No. See, look at this thing. This is Pelican.
Oh, I've heard him reference Pelican before.
Okay, but check out what the Pelican is about to drop us.
Oh, the Warthog. See, I do know about Warthogs now that I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, this is another thing that in 2001 was like, you can drive cars in this game too? You can drive cars? And you know what you should do, actually? Because I was just having a conversation with our oldest about this the other day. You should say to him, hey Garrison, doesn't the Warthog in Halo CE handle like a brick? And just see what he says.
Okay, I'll try to remember that.
He has opinions about...
I'm sure he has strong ones.
The different variations of the Warthog and their handling.
Someone built it, so it must lead somewhere.
Yeah, the driving is... For 2001 driving, this is not bad.
I've hacked into the Covenant battle network. We're actually broadcasting tactical data on unencrypted channels. We should show them who they're dealing with.
15 novels and a few hundred
Master
episodes
Chief,
later.
I'm going to use your suit's transcom system to monitor their chatter.
So we're going to try to figure out what these here Covenant fellers are up to. We're going to drive down here instead. Oh, just a little scratch. No big deal. No big deal. Can I honk the horn?
There's no horn on this one. Honey, it's 2001.
There's got to be a horn, right?
There's not a horn. No. They got a Warthog to drive. Do you think they added a horn?
There's the brake.
They're like, listen, y'all.
Man.
We gave you a Warthog. Don't ask for more than that.
Man. There's a horn. Yeah, I was going to say there's got to be. Somewhere. Horn technology did not exist until Halo 2. They were like, you know what we need to add to this bad boy? Horns. Yeah, the driving on mouse and keyboard for this game is rough. Oh, wait. Am I supposed to? I'm going to go back. Yeah. We got to go this way. Hang on. Go here.
Oh, just nailed that.
Then we're going to go here. Yeah.
You're so good at this game.
I'm a very good driver.
You're a super good driver.
This is why my team always wants me to drive in multiplayer games. Get in my Warthog and you will not die immediately. I almost guarantee it.
Nice and smooth now.
Oh, so they implemented the horn into...
Wow.
Thanks for the Owen Wilson. Wow.
There's more where that
Wait, if you hold down the horn in Halo 2, it breaks and you can't use it anymore? So they implemented the horn, but not like...
It says if you hold
Good.
it down too long.
Yeah.
So you can like beep beep it, but you can't honk it. There's a difference.
You just can't lay on it. like somebody waiting for a date who's late. It's like... Brrr.
keep it steady for me.
Okay, I'm really glad that he shot that guy before he was able to pull out a grenade and kill us. Ah! No! So see, there we go. That was a perfect noob combo right there.
Why do they call it a noob? I mean, I know what a noob is, but why do they call it a noob combo?
So I think the reason for it, and you guys tell me if I'm right, but I think the reason for the noob combo is it's a multiplayer reference that, like, because it's something that like a noob would do, because it's an easy kill, it's looked down upon. Because in multiplayer, it works the same way. So if you charge, shoot, and then quick switch to the pistol and headshot somebody, they're dead very quickly. And a lot of players look down on that as being cheesy. It's like, oh, it's the noob combo. I think is
So
why.
what are they doing? They're just using a more powerful weapon and doing the same thing, like
listen,
shooting at a head. It feels like we're.
Yeah. It's because nerds are love to gatekeep and love to disparage the skill of other people. If they think that basically that nerds don't like to lose, and if they are in a situation where they feel like they're losing in a way that's not sporting, they get real crybaby about it. Is how I think noob combo came to be. I probably will save the Marines, actually, Murph, and it is it's
Would you get a choice?
well, kind of. They can be killed, right? And they can be killed by anything. They can be killed by enemies, or you can kill them with friendly fire. And what Murph does when he speedruns the game is if you kill all the Marines, they can't be picked up and rescued, so it skips that like cutscene like event and saves time in a speedrun. So the speedrun strategy is to literally kill all the Marines right away so that they can't be rescued, and so that you save time on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, we could have a prediction of... Did we ever get that other prediction? It's, I think Paul is very sad that we don't have a poll.
The captain really gave them hell. If we can find Captain Keyes,
I don't know. I think it
the
is
other
/poll, but I'm not sure. I don't even know how it works. I could try to do it over here, but I'm bad strimma. I think we will get to the next, like, checkpointy area probably, and then it's getting late for us. /poll did not work. Okay. Well, I think... Yeah, checkpoint done. Okay, so everything seems to work okay, right? You can hear us okay? Everything looks okay?
I was just looking at the poll thing. It says open a setup menu to create a poll. I don't know where the setup menu is, but that's what we're supposed to do.
We'll do some research.
I'll do some research. I'll try to figure it out. I'll try to be better. I'm working. This is my first go.
So I want to show off a little bit. Like, I can't really do too much, but basically, like, the setup that we have here is pretty nice because I've got my stream set up here. I've got my audio mixer here. I've got my mic here for
if you go to the chat
msburnsie.
mode, it'll open up wider and you can see more, I think.
Do it. Yeah. So, but over here, I have the output of the display of the game that I'm playing to the big TV as well. So when we're playing, msburnsie has a whole TV over here where she can see the whole stream setup from OBS. I'm kicking all that out here. So I'm seeing OBS here, and then she's seeing it right there. Then she's got her own mic set up there with her own headphones. It breaks my brain since I've seen that room, but not mirrored. It's true. Paul Plays Some Games has slept in this room. Definitely before we got a couch in here, but yeah.
Yeah, the couch is the newest addition.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are wondering, our home was built in 1953.
It's true.
And much of it is still original. So we're leaning into the mid-century mod. We're working on it. We want to repaint this space. It's currently a weird green color with the lighting that we have. It's not very, I don't know. It's not great. So maybe over time you will see some changes.
Perhaps.
As we evolve and grow and become bigger, better people.
Bigger, better folks. I think we're going to call it here since this was just a test to see if everything still worked.
And I'm still recovering and I'm getting quite tired.
Yes, yeah. Ms. Burnsie needs her sleep. But thanks for coming out. It was good to talk to y'all, Murph, Paul, Altorn. Jesse was here as well. Yeah, it was good to talk to you guys. I'm going to try to make this a regular thing. I'm not going to raid or anything tonight because, again, this was just a quick test setup. But I will be... I think we're going to try to stream pretty regularly. I don't know how often, but probably evening streams because I think this is just going to be a cozy after the kids go to bed stream. We might try to do some random stuff here or there, but a lot of it will be in the Discord. So... but yeah, thanks for dropping by. It was really good to see you guys. Like, it was really good to talk again. And yeah, we're going to be doing this again. So see you guys around Twitch. Whenever you're able to stream is great. Don't stress over trying to overschedule. Yeah, that leads to, Paul, as you know, that leads to situations, where treat it like a job, get overly stressed. So, all right, have a great night, everybody. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll talk soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye.